Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video, Madden 22 cover reaction, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, third time's the charm, and from what I can see in the screens and the multitasking, first time, connection wasn't good. Second time, connection wasn't good. Third time, connection is good. We got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes on the cover. On the top there, as you can see on my, right or my left, depending on what you're looking at there. But as you can see, behind me there, you can see Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, the MVP edition. That's going to be, the main cover. What it should look like is the one that I put below. As you can see, Mahomes kind of in that Madden mode, and then Brady with the dark pewter jersey on. I mean, both covers would be cool, just depending on if you want to make them look like, in the game on the cover or actually in real life. Me and Ryan Schrick and a few of us that were in the room, Cash Out Hybrid in the room, Dylan in the room. Not a surprise. This was the most logical guess that you could have had going in as soon as they said two GOATs. All right, are we talking about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, or are we talking about Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes? But everyone thought initially, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. I was kind of hoping maybe they'd do something unorthodox like, Brady and Belichick. But I do like the fact that they got two of the top dudes that are out there balling. You got Brady with all the records, with New England and Tampa, and he may not be done. And then you got, Patrick Mahomes. He's like the future GOAT. Like, he's probably going to break all of, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson and Drew Brees and, Peyton Manning and all these records that are out there. The only one that's going to be the real important one to catch is going to be the Tom Brady. I mean, if you're Patrick Mahomes, you're going to try to get as many MVPs and as many Super Bowl championships under your belt so you have like an MJ and Kobe type of thing in the NFL with Brady and Mahomes. But had some problems with the connection earlier. I do apologize. Like I said, I ended up relaxing after a hard day yesterday, and you got to see me just chilling. Ended up watching that Cowboys and Seahawks game from last season, which was nice. But your boy's grinding. I'm playing around with the camera, making me look a little bit bigger. Obviously they're on the screen, adjusting camera angles, going over internet speeds. But I appreciate everyone that's in the room. Holla at your boy. Madden 22 cover reaction with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the fucking channel. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or the GoFundMe, or the Cash App. Please do. Or you can donate on here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Dylan is a Steelers fan. Come on, Cash Out. We've all been in the chat, and we've all had the same, certain amount of people, 15 to 25 people, the same ones, that usually that are in rotation. I mean, if I remember them, and you're always in the chat, I mean, I can announce it. Me, Tampa Bay, Cash Out Hybrid, Baltimore Ravens, Dylan, Steelers, Ryan Schrick, Chiefs and Gators, Joshua the Bucks fan, Logan, Bucks, all right, you know what I mean? I'm pretty good, okay? Especially Joshua the Bucks fan, Logan, in his tag name. Kind of hard to miss what team he's rooting for. Bucks fan, right in the middle. Joshua the Bucks fan, Logan. Go, baby. NWSF custom chain in the building. Appreciate everyone. Hope everyone is having a good Thursday. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. I'm starting to see a little bit of slowdown, but hopefully I can. Man, this internet is so fucking challenging. It's like I got to go from being hardwired into the computer and into the Wi-Fi, and it seems like I can get the connection good for just a little bit, and then it starts fucking with me. So if it does fuck up, let me know. So I can make changes on the fly, I can do that. So just let me know if it's lagging. I can see myself talking on multiple screens, so I can kind of see what it looks like on your end with YouTube Studio, my OBS program, the chat up. I got like 8 different windows up, and I usually try to minimize that to a little bit less. But it looks like, from what I can see, it's just having issues, and it's crazy because I do have a good computer. and it's the internet connection, and I should have like 200 up, 200 down, so I'm not really too sure. But as long as I can see myself in the image and it looks like I'm talking at a smooth rate and I can see myself, I think we should be good to go. Cash Out Hybrid in the building, Dylan in the building, Ryan Strick in the building. But yeah, the Madden cover, you know what I mean? Mahomes and Brady, how cool is that? You know what I mean? It could have been just one guy, but honestly, having two, the last time that we had two was Troy Polamalu, right? Troy Polamalu, one of my favorite safeties of all time, favorite defensive players from all time. He's actually from the Oregon area. You know, went out here in school before he ended up going to USC and then obviously with the Steelers. So Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald. So pretty cool, man, you know, to be, you know, one GOAT passing the torch to another. It's very exciting to be able to see. Now, I don't really know what's more exciting. Is it Madden, you know, choosing Mahomes and Brady to be on the cover? No, fuck that. It's about Madden being fucking different for once. Madden 18 is Madden 19. Madden 19 is Madden 20. You got the rookies and you get the names, but it's like they're getting lazy. They're like the WWE before AEW existed. It's like we're the only ones out here. All right, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. They have, like, you know, the 2K series coming, but it's not like NFL Blitz is still running, or like NBA Hang Time, or, you know, NBA Jam, or like some kind of, you know, opposition, NFL Street, NBA Street. You know what I mean? It's like either Madden or it was college football. Let's be honest, college football was better. You know, NCAA football was better. You know, I'd put the names in. You know, and once you would do that, if it had a name that was recognizable, like Jones, it would say Jones, you know, for the carry, or Jones for the touchdown in the old college football games, and you can create yourself and whatnot. But the gameplay was faster. You know what I mean? It had the kind of the dynamic of the band and the fans and the camaraderie. And I just like the gameplay's a lot faster. So with Madden, it's always been slower, harder to run. You got to follow your blocks. Realistic, I get it, and that's how it's supposed to be. But sometimes they make the running and the passing a little bit too tough. I think for the beginner, I mean, I can handle it, but I think a lot of beginners and a lot of people, you know, it takes some time, even if you've been playing the games for a long, long time, you know, audibling every single play, you know what I mean, being able to go everything, you know, all your options and whatnot. And Madden 22, you know, that's really what we want to talk about. You know, it's about the actual gameplay. Besides the rookies that are in it, how is it going to move? Are we going to get new jukes? Or is it just pretty much Madden 21 and Madden 20 with just two new cover boys on it? And it feels like if you are a fan of the series, watch people on YouTube that play, or if you've been a gamer and been playing for quite some time. I mean, I've been playing Madden since PC. So I'm one of the OG, triple OGs. I've showed my age right here. You know, I played Oregon Trail. I mean, if you're on the Oregon Trail tip, right, with those old school like Macs or whatever the fuck they were back then, Apples, right? If you know what I'm talking about, I mean, that shows the age. But Madden on the PC, you know, Madden 92, Madden 93, boom! All right, 94, 95 on Genesis, and then when it went to PlayStation in 97, pretty sweet. You know what I mean? I remember, you know, Madden 2001, you know, PlayStation 2, special memories. You know what I mean, with a lot of the games, but it just seems like it got to a point where it was getting better and better and better. Tecmo Bowl better than Madden? I don't know about that. I'm huge into Tecmo Bowl and Super Tecmo Bowl. I still own my original NES. I still have both of those games, as well as like Jordan versus Bird and a bunch of, you know, old school Sega classics and NES classics as well. But, you know, Tecmo Bowl had the names, but you didn't have play selection. It was 4 plays, right? It was like 2 on offense or 2 on defense, or, you know, it was a small amount. So, I mean, you went from like 4 plays to 8 plays, or, you know, 8 plays to 16 plays. There wasn't a whole lot, you know, a whole lot there. But Tecmo Bowl and Super Tecmo Bowl, super fun, nostalgic. But Madden, you know, when it came out, even the old ones on Genesis, they were super fire. You know, you go to the friend's house. Hopefully they had the multi-tap type thing where hopefully you can end up playing the one-on-one. And when it went to the PlayStation 2, the multi-tap, I had one. So you could play 4 people at the same time. So you can go 2-on-2, you know, in Madden. Fuck, bro. 2-on-2 in college football. One person's the quarterback, the other person's the running back or wide receiver. Both of y'all play defense. You know, that's when you can really see who's good at Madden. When you can actually take control of the wide receiver and not let the computer do it for you, run the route, and you run your own route, and then you know, work together with the QB that's on your team to try to dominate. That's kind of how I remember playing football, you know, with the PlayStation. I played multiplayer. You know, we were playing Madden, college football, FIFA. I mean, pretty much any sport game that EA had. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. But Madden 22, I mean, we're hoping the gameplay is good. I don't play regularly just because I'm grinding so much at my regular job and obviously doing this, the dream for y'all. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things that if I do get a chance, to play PS5, play Madden, I want that college football to come out, but you want to have good memories with it and not feel like you just paid $60 to $80 for last year's game, which it feels like it's been kind of like that for the last couple years. Any of y'all that play the game currently, either a little bit or a lot, you'll let me know, but it just seems like I have the last, maybe 3 or 4, that I purchased and stuff, but I don't really play as much as I probably should. But I'm also reading and doing film study and learning about your guys' favorite players and favorite teams, and that's a little bit more important to the dream than just sitting there and playing Madden online, which I would love to do. You know what I mean? I'd love to be able to grind. I'd love to be able to play Madden with the fan base and whatnot, but that's the main thing. Cool, Brady's on it. Cool, Mahomes is on it. One GOAT, 2 GOATs, one's the future, one's the present. One's going to try to, take the torch. The other one wants to walk out on his own terms. Tom Brady. It's going to be very interesting to see. Like, I can almost guarantee, without a shadow of a doubt, that if Brady plays until he's 50, or even if he plays for, let's say, 3 to 4 more years, if he can still keep up a halfway decent, passing game, 3,000 yards or more at the very least, and he can do, 20 touchdowns plus to 10 picks or less or something in that general range. I mean, even if he drops off from 40 and 12, but maybe he can get, 30 and 8 or 30 and 10 or 30 and 12. I mean, I think that he still has a great shot to be able to win 1 Super Bowl in the next 3 years, whether it be this year we go for 2, or he has one more shot after this year before he goes. And if we can keep Godwin, that'll be a big part of it. But keeping the core intact will give us a good chance. Best case scenario, which is the least unlikely but could happen, is that we win this year, we go for 2, and we win again, and then you win 3 in a row. But keeping the teams together, keeping the players together, there's a reason why no one's repeated since 2003, 2004 with the Patriots. So even though I would hope that my team does well, but I mean, we might not make the NFC Championship game. I mean, I'm hoping we do. The Chiefs are definitely probably more heavily favored on that same tip because they got Mahomes. He's the young buck. I got Brady, the older one that people kind of want to fail. People root on Mahomes, or you want to beat Mahomes, but he's the truth. Better than maybe Rodgers, maybe better than Russell Wilson, maybe being the best and has the highest potential. And also with Russell Wilson and, Aaron Rodgers, they only got 1 each, and they're at the kind of, Russell's in the middle of his career, Rodgers is at the end of his career, and they're great, and they only have 1. So Mahomes got 1. So you already know anything that's going to be the closest from Brady is Mahomes, and it's not just him. It's Kelsey, and, it's obviously so many pieces, Tyreek and Demarcus Robinson, and, the only one they lost was Sammy Watkins. You got running game, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Honey Badger, Chris Jones, Frank Clark. I mean, you can go up and down the roster. So the Chiefs are going to be the team to beat. It's just bottom line, whether you can see it or not. I mean, as an outsider, of a fan of all 32 teams, if you think that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be the favored quarterback and the favorite team every year going into the NFL on the AFC side, you're kidding yourself. It's always going to, even if the Browns end up having a great team, with Baker, or you get Josh Allen and the Bills are dominant, or, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, or, Cam Newton or Mac Jones with Patriots, or, whoever it is, Ravens and Lamar, right? It's always going to go through the Chiefs because you got to think Mahomes is the best quarterback. I do think Justin Herbert is going to take a huge jump. And if they end up playing them in the AFC Championship game in the next 3 years, there's a good possibility, depending on what the Chargers do, they could hang, I think, with the Chiefs. Maybe not this year fully just yet, but they're getting there. And I like the progression a little bit further along than Miami, and they're right there too. The real tough dogs are going to be the Browns and the Bills, but still the Chiefs, even though they have a tough schedule, Browns are well-rounded. Who's better, Baker or Mahomes? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's fucking Patrick the clone. Mahomes, you trust him more. So even though the running game might be better for the Browns, right, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, I would say wide receiving core and tight end core, much heavy advantage for Chiefs, no matter who you're going against. Kelsey, best tight end. Tyreek, the fastest wide receiver. I mean, how do you even match up to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you better have, the best linebacker, the best safety, couple corners, edge, you know what I mean? You got to have a lot, and the Browns do. The Browns have probably the most well-rounded team in the AFC overall. But also, you don't got Andy Reid. You don't got Eric Bieniemy. You don't got the Honey Badger. You don't got Kelsey. You don't got Tyreek, and you don't got Mahomes. So it's going to be interesting. But I already know, Mahomes and the Chiefs are not done. They are going to win the most Super Bowls out of any team besides the Patriots with that long-term success. And obviously, people are going to be trying to chase Brady and chase Belichick and their records. So for Brady, we're old. I'm trying to hang on to greatness. 2 Super Bowls, 2 wins, both against AFC West teams, Raiders. And the Chiefs, both teams were great. You know what I mean? But defense wins championships, and if you have a weakness, Bucks will exploit it. We've had good coaching, when we've had it, but the roster's been fantastic. But the sleeper, really part of it has been the O-line and the secondary and the defense overall. And, I'm an O-line, secondary, defense kind of guy. I mean, I love the offensive pieces, but that's the ones that get all the love. What about the studs up front like Jensen and Wirfs, like my guys, my beasts on the O-line? I mean, that's really what counts, and that's the reason that we won. I mean, we went from, maybe a top 25 offensive line to a top 10, arguably top 5 as we got into the last month of the season. Like, we were playing very well, kind of like the Saints line and a few of these other teams like the Colts that do it on a regular basis. And we're really starting to step up as one of the better O-lines in the secondary. The Gravediggers were ranked 32 out of 32. Laughing emoji. Yeah, I knew they were better than that. They're young, but Carlton Davis has got the most pass breakups since he's been in there, right? Out of any player in the NFL at corner. Yeah, he gets burnt once in a while, but he's young, right? On that rookie contract. So you got Carlton Davis, stud. Sean Murphy-Bunting, the guy that got all those picks in the playoffs, stud. Jamel Dean in the nickel, stud. Right? Antoine Winfield Jr., super stud. Right? Edwards, stud. I mean, you got a lot of guys that are super young, right? And, playing up to the potential, because that's what you got to do to be able to get into that NFC, AFC championship game, depending on what your money is looking like. Obviously, getting a quarterback on a rookie deal and then having good supporting cast can get you there like Mahomes had early on, as well as like Russell Wilson early in his career, hitting that Super Bowl, because they didn't have to pay the max for the QB at that point. He's on his rookie deal, so you can pay Marshawn Beast Mode, you can pay the Legion of Boom, and they had such a great roster, and they played a good team in Peyton Manning and the Broncos, so they had to get their revenge against Cam, after that. But that's just kind of my personal feeling, on how the league sits. Any questions that you guys have, holla at your boy. It took 3 times to set this fucker up, which is sometimes frustrating. I was going to go on my phone, just like I was chilling from, the living room, bedroom yesterday. Like I said, I think a lot of people, like on my Facebook and, Instagram and Twitter and other, social media platforms, they said, hey, you can do it from whatever, man. If you want to be on the, bed or on the couch or, in the studio, I mean, wherever you want to go. But obviously, I want to be able to, even if it's hot, you know what I mean? I got to be able to do it in the studio, experiment with camera angles, make myself, smaller and bigger, adjust the settings. And, obviously with Madden cover, this is something, it's a celebration, Got Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. But let's see about the gameplay. That's really what the hot take is. Cool, you're on the cover, motherfucker. What about the gameplay? This better not be fucking 21. I better see some fucking new jukes, some new spin moves. I better see some new animations. I better see some like coaching emotion. Like, I need to see a little bit more. I think it would be really cool if we get to the point where like Pat McAfee show is on Madden, or like Good Morning Football or NFL Network, has, a piece in it, with the scrolling screen or news update, or, I think it would just really, really cool to incorporate people that love the NFL, even like your boy, you know what I mean? People that truly love the NFL more than anything. I mean, NFL and college football are my fucking life. Okay, as you know this, I mean, I'll watch the Jets and the Jags and enjoy it like I am a fucking Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence super fan. And I don't know if there's a lot of people out there. I know a lot of y'all love your teams, and a lot of y'all love the NFL like me too. So we can kind of bond. It's like you can be at the bar, or fucking one day I hope we can get all the homies that come over to my place. Let's all watch a game together. Northwest Sports Fanatics fucking watching a live game together. Imagine that. Have like 20 or 30 people all watching like Monday Night Football, call the game, everyone's there, just chilling. That would be super fun. A good experience, cracking the beers, you know what I mean? A little smoking, whatever needs to be done. But definitely want to be able to link up with a lot of the fans. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. And I don't let anything ever discourage me. Sometimes, you'll go through an up and a down, COVID, I had some depression, but I always fight out of it. And at this point, we're getting closer fucking to the NFL season. Madden covers, NFL Top 100, so we can all have something to talk about. And, where they put Patrick Mahomes at 4, and now he's going to be at who knows what number. It's always a conversation starter, but then we get more into camps, and then preseason gets exciting, and then we start getting into the regular, and I can't wait to be able to call games. This is going to be year 5 on YouTube, year 9 overall in the dream, which is a lot of time, over 1,000, over 1,100 live streams and videos, 3.4 million views. Not satisfied with the number of videos or views. 1,100, let's make that 5,000. 3.4 million views, let's make that 5 million. Let's keep going, you know what I mean? And obviously trying to get past the 20,000 subscriber mark, important. So if you know anyone that loves sports, loves NFL, college football, like I said, this is going to be a spot where, from where it was to where it is now, and for me to not get any help and learn how to do the green screen, learn how to do everything that you see today, the channel has come a long way. And like I said, I'm very excited to be able to talk NFL, have new people come in the room. Once we hit that 20,000 mark again, once the season starts, I'll definitely do another giveaway. Maybe an NFL jersey, something like that. But I want to make sure we get over 20,000. So some people will sub, and then once the NFL season, they unsub. That's fine. I mean, a lot of people have some favorites. Some people will leave their sub on there. So anyone that subs and keeps their sub, I love you, appreciate you. If you end up leaving after NFL season and come back on, that's cool too. I'm just trying to grow from 20 to 25,000, 30,000, 50,000, eventually hitting 100,000. And then, who wouldn't want to stop at 500,000 or a million? You definitely want to look for 1 million subscribers, or, you want to be at that, high number, 10 million views or more. So I know if I don't quit, we already got social media teams for Madden, EA Sports, NFL Network, ESPN, and, all the shows, NFL Network and whatnot. They watch people on YouTube, for catchphrases and, material and hot takes. And they know there's a lot of talent that's on YouTube out there too. So a lot of trademark stealing, wheeling and dealing, sack lunch, yum, 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 stealing from your boy. But, I'm always going to come up with the new nicknames, and I'm going to approach the game a little differently. No one's going to have the same approach, with a little hip-hop, drizzled in, hip-hop references, and it just hip-hop in general, that feel, that urban feel. And then you're going to get a game called with original nicknames, original content, and a lot of people, that copy your boy. But that's flattering, too. If you want to be someone that's on YouTube or social media, be you. Just be original, you know what I mean? Have the energy, have the passion, be real. And if you're real and you got the swag and you got the drip, people like you. People are going to donate to you. People will subscribe to you, and you'll grow. That's the bottom line. But if you're fake, people can see right through that. And like I said, when people are looking for, new things, I guess if they're looking for ideas to steal from me, then at least I'm doing my job, because I'm working really hard. So, but let's acknowledge everybody in the room. We got Cash Out Hybrid in the room, Ravens, Dylan in the room, Steelers, Ryan Schrick in the room, Chiefs, Joshua the Bucks fan, Logan, Bucks, couldn't figure that one out. My boy, Brute Saints. The only good thing about Madden 22, guarantee you that. Calvin Griffin, Saints. See, I'm good. So no matter who it is, I usually know who's in the room. All right, who you root for? Lego, my ego, Chiefs. All right, I see you. Skip Bayless, we damn boys, Cowboys in the building. Skip Bayless. You never know when a celebrity will hop into the chat. Want to do, my guy? DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall, best wide receiver duo. Is that a long shot? Yeah, Skip Bayless. That is a long shot, because they both are talented. There's a lot of talent that's over there. It's just a matter of, what are you going to be able to get from Robbie Anderson? Robbie might end up being more versatile than Marshall to start off. DJ Moore and then having Sam Darnold, get in the groove again. So, I mean, as far as those duos, that's like a number 1 receiver and a third option rookie receiver that we're hoping is great from LSU, but might, disappoint a little bit, because you got Robbie Anderson there that might end up stealing some touches and making some bigger plays. That's just my personal opinion. But if I was the Saints, I would have went for Terrace Marshall. I would have went for the wide receiver, the tall one, if I was the Saints, and then I would have went for Asante Samuel Jr. And I think if you would have went for that, the Chargers and the Panthers, they got 2 studs. And I'm not saying the Saints draft, that your guys aren't going to pan out, but I definitely guarantee, even me from a Bucs fan perspective, you pick those 2 guys instead of the guys you took, the vibe would be much higher in the NO right now, and that's facts. But definitely they'll be confident going in with Jameis or without Jameis, because they want to win, beat the Bucs, they want to beat the Panthers and the Falcons, and they want to prove that the offensive line and the running game and Michael Thomas and the defense and Sean Payton are good enough to win and compete. But once you lose Drew Brees and some of those weapons, there's some question marks, and we don't know how Jameis is going to play. And like I said, I'm Truly Green's in the building. What to do? Gamer kid in the building. I hate the Bucs. I'm a Saints fan. Hey, some people, have the rivalries. Dak is back. Skip Bayless. Well, sometimes people, it was over 20, and then once the football season ended, sometimes, people will take their sub away. That's at least what they, tell me. Or some people want to go somewhere else or what now. Gerald, Black and Gold Light Toes Saints. See, I'm good. I usually know if you're in the room, in the chat, and I know you, I probably know who you root for if you're in pretty often. We got that bond. You know what I mean? Gerald, appreciate it, man. Your boy's been grinding. I've been grinding with different backgrounds, the different looks, different size, of me as far as like visually on the screen, bigger, smaller. So you guys can always give the input, in the chat too, if you like me in the background, like bigger like now, or a little bit smaller, on the screen like I've done in the last couple. Obviously the fans' feedback is everything. I'm always going to be grinding to make something look unique and interesting and look good. So let me know, anyone in the chat. And like I said, and nothing is off limits. You want to talk anything football related, anytime you hit me here in the off season, I'm always going to be one-on-one with everyone. And that's the vibe that I have. And that's why I think people donate so much and people fuck with me so much with the channel. Subscribe, watch the video, share, donate, is that I'm more personable on the YouTube level, with a lot of the fans on a one-to-one basis than a lot of YouTubers are. And I take pride in that. You know what I mean? That'll be something that never changes even when I go bigger and bigger. But yeah, Skip Bayless got to make up a few. But like I said, once we go over 20, and then hopefully we can get to that, 21 to 25K range, after the NFL season ends. And then I can keep growing, and add more people to the Fanatic family. That's facts. I mean, this is year 5 on YouTube, and I'm excited, man. I've been making all these adjustments on my own. Making all the adjustments on my own. So obviously I love the new background. I've been experimenting with a lot of different stuff. The internet connection since I moved away. Gerald, Black and Gold Light Toes, bang, my guy. If you haven't smashed the fucking like button just yet, please do. But I'm going to be experimenting with thumbnails, with Canva. I'm going to be doing, different backgrounds, different looks. I'm going to try to get some more, editing programs for different thumbnail options to get that more on my level, to make it like, the ones that are just looking really slick and smooth. Like you have a nice photo of me and then maybe a background of an NFL stadium, maybe with some guys on there or whatever, some of the studs, that are on there, like a Mahomes or a Brady, like as you can see on the cover. But it's a step-by-step process, to go from like green screen and no editing and not, no, I didn't move to the no, but I got a 3-bedroom, so I got a studio now. So I got all this new lighting, all this brand new room, instead of doing it in the bedroom. So I'm having to adjust the internet here. The connection, it seems like, isn't as good. I have like 200 up, 200 down, and sometimes the stream is fucked up, which is crazy. And I got a lot of different options, for speed on my OBS program and all these streaming programs and options that I have. So it gets frustrating because all I want to do is just record at a good speed. And when I see this shit fucking up, I'm like, hope this shit don't happen during NFL season. You know what I mean? Because I got to make sure I get it right. But no matter what, I'll keep, grinding it out. Like if I got to restart the stream 3 times until I get all the settings correct, I'm going to do it. But the connection is good. It's just there's so many settings with bit rate and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? It sucks. It was like preset at my old location. And once I unplugged everything and came over here, it's like everything's all gone to hell. But your boy's still grinding. Your boy is still grinding. Skip Bayless in the building. Dak is back. I can't wait to watch Dak play. Truly Green's in the building. Gerald, Black and Gold Light Toes. Yo, yo, yo. I like the background. Man, I miss you, homie. Saints. I can't wait to watch you guys play this season. Just hoping that the Chiefs get a deal done with Tyrann Mathieu. But happy we got a true wide receiver 2. Lego, my ego. Tyrann Mathieu, arguably a top 3 safety in the league. And you could put him in the same category as Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, first ballot Hall of Famer, and probably the most exciting college football player on defense besides Deion Sanders ever. Like, go look at the highlight tape at Tyrann Mathieu at LSU. I watched a lot of LSU football, familiar with them. Oregon is familiar, with me living in the 503, living hour and a half from Eugene. I go to the games. I sit front row behind the duck bench. So it's like, Tyrann Mathieu, something else. You know what I mean? If you go watch that tape, I would take Tyrann Mathieu on the Buccaneers in a heartbeat. He's one of those guys that you just wish you could have on your team. Brian Dawkins, Eagles. Right? Had John Lynch, but Brian Dawkins would have been insane. Ronnie Lott, yes, please. You know, Patrick Willis, yes, please. Navarro Bowman, yeah. You know what I mean? There's just certain guys out there that you would just be like, oh, man, Dwight Freeney. Robert Mathis, yeah. You know what I mean? Just like you had him on your team, and that's kind of how I gauge and grade players, and I give you my own opinion on it because, I mean, I can't deny the greatness, man. I cannot deny the greatness, and Tyrann Mathieu is underappreciated, one of my favorite players of all time on defense. Plays like Iverson at the safety position. Lots of swag, lots of drip, and he's a gamer. Absolute gamer. Gerald Black and Gold Light Toes, I can't wait for football. I have his soccer. I'm all the way out of basketball. Yeah, basketball is not anything really right now. Jets a top 5 team now. Skip, I love when you troll. I love when you troll. You got me on a shrimp po' boy. Shrimp po' boy sounds real good. Yeah. Amber M in the building. Hi, Ryan. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope your day was well. Thanks. Congratulations on the driver's license. Yeah. Driver's license. Amber. Is this Amber? She's like doing her makeup and then playing with the radio, right? Is that you? That's sweet, man. You know, anytime you can, you know, scare the hell out of your driving instructor the first time and, like, you know, she probably was scared of you, you know, hit the pothole. They're like, oh, hell, I'm going to die today, right? And then you ended up trying again and you passed. So congratulations. You know, anytime you can get a ride and, you know, have a license, even if you don't have a car just yet, but just the ability to go drive around instead of riding dirty, you know, riding dirty, a little chameleonaire. All right, don't be riding dirty. All right, but congratulations on the license. That's a big thing. You know, it's a big thing no matter what age you are. That's facts. Truly Greens, LO, LOL. The NO got more stuff than y'all Dallas people. We got culture, food, the Saints, the Pels, Mardi Gras, and more. Well, you know, you guys are obviously a popular place, a tourist attraction. You know what I mean? Dallas got a lot going for it too, man. Obviously, you got the popular place to go with Mardi Gras and whatnot, right? But like in Dallas, you got Jerry Jones. You got Jerry's World. I mean, pretty soon, what's going to happen in the Cowboys game? You're going to be able to, like, stay the night there, all right? You're going to be able to wine and dine there, club there, probably gamble there, casino there. You're probably going to be able to literally do anything that you want in Jerry's World at some point. I mean, they're going to expand, and you'll probably be able to, like, just sleep at the stadium. Can you imagine? I mean, you go to a Dallas Cowboy game, and you're just like, fuck, man. You just sit in that bitch, and you're just, like, sleeping in the suite? Man, I don't know. You know, or they might have their own little rooms, you know, but I know they're expanding. You know, Dallas got that money out there. So, you know, obviously NO's got the culture. They got the food, you know, Saints fan base. Dallas got something going on too, though, man. Skip Bayless, the best NWSF, your boy Orion. We damn boys. We damn boys. Me and Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless says, I'm hated, but it's all good. You got to have an opinion. You know, and Skip Bayless got to grind. Just like Stephen A., you know. Either you love these guys or you hate these guys, you know, but they're still getting paid. And that's an inspiring thing for your boy, you know what I mean? Because I'd love to do NFL Network, Pat McAfee show, you know, anything, you know, Good Morning Football, you know, and a lot of these, you know, people, they're getting paid like $1 million to $8 million a year. I know I can hang with some of these guys. Skip and Shannon, sign me up. Pat McAfee show, I'm there. I mean, Sports Center, I could do it. You know, you have to have a certain confidence, a certain personality, a certain voice, a certain knowledge, you know, a certain vibe, a certain aura. And, you know, some people could do it. There's some really talented people on YouTube and social media that aren't signed yet that are just fucking amazing. And I know a lot of y'all probably watch some of these people that I'm talking about, you know, that are just, you know, these guys could be on, you know, podcasts, radio, TV, you know, commercial, you know, audio, voiceover, whatever it may be. So gives your boy a lot of hope, and I'm never going to quit. Gerald Black and Gold Light Toes, I appreciate ya. $1, my boy. Anyone that donated $1, $2, $5, $10, $15, $20, bang. I appreciate you guys. Man, Madden 22 cover reaction, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Subscribe to the fucking channel. Donate to your boy on Cash App or on here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Man, love you guys, man. But yeah, Gerald, been working, man. I've been working, moved just recently, got the 3-bedroom, got the studio in a brand new room, brand new everything. Been really experimenting with a lot of reading and material with green screen and different looks. I really like this one. This is a little bit brighter of an NFL studio. I know you're 99 cents for life. I love it, man. Appreciate you. Dude, seriously, 99 cents, $99, or anything in between. I really appreciate it because some people don't even do 99 cents. So when if someone does $1, it's much appreciated. Man, I appreciate from the $1 to the $100 to the $200 to the $500 that I've gotten before. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth, and if you can do it, great. If you want to fuck with me, great. If you're a little poor right now and got to eat that Taco Bell and Burger King and pay the bills, that's fine too. Your boy's always going to be working hard. I'm always going to be grinding. Can't wait for NFL season, covering all 32 teams in depth, more than anyone that's on YouTube today. And then not only that, going through all the team websites and the Pat McAfee show Monday through Friday for 3 hours, 9 a.m. to noon. Good Morning Football Monday through Friday, 3 hours. So it's like I'm not missing anything. And that's on top of the Twitter feed and the Instagram and the Facebook and the Bleacher Report and the NFL app and everything else. So lots of work. But yeah, appreciate every single one of y'all guys. Like I said, love you. The best fans on planet Earth, the Fanatic family. Fuck with you guys. You guys are the best. Madden 22 MVP edition cover on the top, as you can see behind me, where they're sitting down with the drip and the swag, right? Looking down at y'all because they're at the top of the mountain, right? Mahomes and Brady, the two best. Right? And then you got Mahomes and Brady underneath, and what it maybe should look like cover. That's the kind of more traditional Madden cover, with Mahomes there, about to fire it off, and Brady with the pewter jersey on instead of the white up above. But I'm cool with either one. We just want the gameplay to not be crap. We want the Madden 18 to not be Madden 19, Madden 19 not to be Madden 20, 21, and then this better not just have the rookie names. Of course, that's a big reason why people get it, just so you can play with the rookies, Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson and Justin Fields on the Bears, to try out to see, how they are, right? At least that's how I was every time that I would get the new Madden, try out everyone, not just my team, but try out, some of the players and some of the rookies and see how they play. Maybe that's just the fantasy football in me, just being a fan of all the players and whatnot. Madden 22 cover reaction. You love it. You hate it. Like I said, it could have been just Brady. Could have been Brady and Belichick. Could have been Mahomes. But they did Mahomes and Brady. Love it. Like I said, the only dual cover since 2010 with Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu. But is it really about the cover? Fuck no. We don't give a shit about the goddamn cover. Cool. Brady and Mahomes are legends. Let's get that gameplay better. All right? Give me some more spin moves and jukes and hurdles. New player animation. Give me some coaching. Give me some new coaching updates. Give me some coach interaction, coach emotion. Let's get like Pat McAfee or NFL Network or Good Morning Football in the game. Like, expand. Give me something special, different. You know what I mean? So that's what a lot of the Madden people are hoping for, just like the 2K crowd, for basketball. You're just hoping for more than just the updates and the names. Hopefully there's new animations and they put some more, film in it, more game video, more like highlights, just making it better, based off the announcing side and all the extra pop-ups and the cool features, side scrolling, whatever it is. Nays in the building. What to do, man? Skip Bayless in the building, Truly Green's in the building, Gerald in the building, Saints, all these Saints people in the building. Gerald and Truly Greens, Brute Saints in the building. Nays in the building. How are you guys, man? Hope everyone's good. Was tired yesterday. Ended up doing the stream from the bedroom couch area. It's fun, just chilling, watching the Seahawks and the Cowboys yesterday on NFL Network, and figured I could get everything hopefully set up on time, even though it's hot in here, but your boys always grind. Madden 22 cover reaction. We got Tom Brady. We got Patrick Mahomes. You love it. You fucking hate it. Who gives a shit? All right, but we want the gameplay to be better for anyone that has played. I've been playing Madden since like the PC, early Madden 92. Back when it was like Joe Montana Sports Talk Football, right, on Sega, or Madden. It was like one or the other. And the Madden, obviously is the one. But we want to make sure that we get back to that college football hype, because that's the one that everyone wants to play. That's a true football video gamer. It's like you do Madden because it's Madden and whatnot, but college football was better. Anyone that played both would definitely agree. Nays, I'm doing great. Not really looking forward to this Madden, though. I fear EA hasn't made any changes lately. Yeah, it seems like they're kind of getting lazy. You know what I mean? But, if they had the NFL 2K series, that went out in like 05, TO and whatnot. But if you actually had some competition, it's like WWE got lazy because they didn't have AEW. AEW came around. They tried a little harder. Product's still kind of shitty. You know what I mean? AEW, in my opinion, is better, but everyone's got, opinion on wrestling too if you watch it. So, I don't know, the Juneteenth, I don't know. I don't know everything about it. I've been working, so usually I get to read all the articles that pop up on my feed that are news, world news related, based off like religious stuff or UFO stuff or, presidential shit or what's going on overseas, technology and, all that kind of stuff. So I'm always, reading everything besides just, NFL and sports stuff. I keep current events, with what's going on. 2K5, best football game today. 2K5 was fire. I got a lot of memories of the early Madden, like Madden 01, Madden 02, Madden 03, like the early ones, Madden 4, 04, and the Michael Vick one. I mean, there's so many different ones with, the good Charlotte from the early ones where they had like the Madden music, the anthem. I can just like just the good Charlotte beat and just remember playing, the game and just, hearing that in the background and remembering how many times I played that, how many people came over. They definitely banged it out with a lot of the soundtracks over the years. Good Charlotte, the anthem. I remember that. Madden 22 cover reaction. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. You want to talk NFL? You want something to talk about? You got a fucking hot take? Take your pick. Comment in the chat. Anytime it's the off season, you're going to get one-on-one with me a little bit more time. I'm still going to grind it out, and hopefully, get a TV in here sooner than later. So if there's other games, I can, do a play-by-play and reaction. I'll get a flat screen in here before the football season starts with a wall mount. So that way I can call the games in here, and I'll have some special guests this season. Joey Gomez, Charger fan, will be in the building with me. Preston Fabre will be in the building. Swaggy P, Colts fan that you saw in the NFC championship game against the Packers, my Bucks, as well as he was there for the Super Bowl. Fantastic day. And then, like I said, there may be a few others. I got my girlfriend's cousin, Zach, Cowboys fan. So he might show up for the first game, Cowboys-Bucks, to see what the NWSF thing is all about and watch the game with us. And, yeah, so we'll see. It's going to be fun. Definitely going to have some special guests on the show. The OnlyFans? You crazy, Gerald. Well, shit, man, I was fucking tired. You know what I mean? So I figured I would just watch NFL Network and just kind of take it easy. And people reached out. They said, hey, it's a different side, because usually you just see me in the studio or, once in a while if I'll do like a live stream, I'm calling the game, in the living room, not in front of the computer, just like on my phone. But it's just the grinder in me. People that work hard, feel they're not even working enough. You know what I mean? There's no laziness in our bodies for like Nola or me. It's like if you have a dream and you have a grind, when you're not working, you feel lazy. That's how much of a hard worker you are. You can't even fucking relax and just like watch NFL or just like, play Madden like comfortably. Like you can play it, but your mind is always focused on the next song, the next rap, the next beat, the next article, the next NFL thing that I want to talk about. So if you're lazy people quit, and lazy people think that shit should be falling into their laps, and they think that they're better than they are. You know what I mean? And then, you got to be able to have that mentality to work hard, because if you're lazy, you're never going to make it. You know what I mean? It has to be the passion and the energy and the dream and the dedication, and people can see it. You got to have that aura that you want it. You know what I'm saying? That you want it. So, Juan Gotti talking sports, Washington football team in the building. What to do? He said the cover's lame, and not because of who is on it, just because of lack of effort they put in making it look good. I thought it could have been, Belichick and Brady. And guess what, Juan Gotti? Chase Young will be on the cover sooner than later. I mean, if you're talking about Aaron Donald and the next guy that is the next big thing on the defensive side of the ball, it's Chase Young. If I had to put money on if he's going to be on Madden on the cover before his career is over, that's a resounding yes. Beast. I actually reached out to you on Twitter, Juan Gotti. I know you use StreamYard when you stream the Washington football team games, and I've been, doing some different stuff. I did download StreamYard too. So when I messaged you on Twitter, anyone that's got StreamYard and that's got a decent internet connection, I might try to link up with the fans so we can kind of stream together. So if you're on your StreamYard, Juan Gotti, and I send you an invite, then you can hop on the room with me, during the live stream. I'd like to be able to engage further so we could actually, you could see me, I can see you, and then we can, obviously, and vibe with the fans, and you can kind of give your perspective on there on the channel, which you can't because, obviously you're not physically here chilling with me. But I think that would be something that would be cool. I know you're a grinder too, Wangati, covering everything Washington out there. NOLA, why not put AK on it? Well, it's not like you guys just came off the Super Bowl. If you did, and you went to the Super Bowl and you won, AK would definitely be, probably someone they would be looking at. Or more than likely, it would have been like Brady, or no, Breeze and Mahomes, or Brady, Mahomes, Breeze. I mean, the egg legacy would have been different, you know what I mean? But it would probably more be an accomplishment to Breeze rather than AK, because even though AK was the better player, top 2 player at the position, and Breeze at the point of retirement wasn't, but Breeze is a legend, and so if Breeze ended up going to the Super Bowl and winning and getting number 2, right, that would have been, Madden cover worthy. I mean, they might have even done just that, just Breeze, not Breeze and Mahomes, because, just what it meant and how long it's been and, the journey. That's kind of what I think. They probably would have went not a Breeze and Mahomes, but Breeze by himself, just to give him the respect, for the short quarterback status and the grinder. Chiefs in 2022, message from a Golden Eagle in the building. Okay, cool. I don't really use Twitter. I'm more of an Instagrammer, but I'll check it out. Yeah, see, I don't really use Instagram. You and Nola, you guys do the Instagram thing. I like Twitter. Twitter, at least for me, for the stories, the video, obviously for NFL coverage, college football and sports, but the video, and then obviously the articles, and everyone in a community where you get the news the fastest. That's what I just like to be able to do, is read and see and study film. That's what I like to do. But with Instagram, photos, and some photos are good, but Facebook, it's a little played at. You know what I mean? There's Snapchat and TikTok and all that, but Twitter, though, for me being the guy that wants to learn and read and get the news and be on top of everything, Twitter is really where it's at, man. Henry before AK-41. Shrick, you say that, right? But AK-41, right, and Henry are both debatable, right? Henry's the power back, right, and he can win the rushing titles, but AK-41, right, as a fan on the outside looking in, even though you're a Chiefs fan, because you got to look at it with these guys being on your team. If AK-41 was on the Chiefs, what would he do with that offensive line? Henry obviously could impose his will, but for every game that Henry gets 120 to 180, there's going to be a game where Henry gets 60 yards or less. And the difference between AK-41 and Henry is AK-41 typically doesn't have those 20 to 40-yard games that often. You know what I mean? Because he's so athletic. He gets, the passes in the backfield. He can shimmy. He can shake. He's got power, but he's got speed. You know what I mean? So as far as like game in, game out consistency, I think AK is where you'd want to put your money, fantasy, football-wise, real life-wise, athlete-wise, a better catcher out of the backfield. And he's proven on Christmas that, this motherfucker can score 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touchdowns in a game. Henry could too. And Henry's been the best back statistically last couple years. But, me being a Bucs fan and saying how great I think AK-41 is, you're never going to hear it anywhere else. You're not going to hear that shit on Good Morning Football. You're not going to hear it on, Skip and Shannon. And it makes it even sweeter that I'm not an idiot and I'm a Bucs fan, super fan of just not the Bucs, but the NFL in general. So I'm not fucking oblivious to greatness. Other people might be oblivious to greatness, but even if it's on the rival team, that's more of a reason for me to shout him at and say, hey, AK-41, Alvin Kamara, the alien, I gave him that nickname, my favorite running back in the league. It shouldn't be. He's on the Saints. Why? Right? Tennessee, chip on his shoulder. When you're a third or fourth rounder, you play like a first rounder. You play like you want to be the best in the world. And it just, he's the guy. He's the guy. Obviously with Mark Ingram, and him, they had a great season. Should have probably went to the Super Bowl and won that year. But AK-41 moving forward might have the most consistency out of any running back compared to Henry, game in and game out, touchdown ability. Because there'll be games that Henry will get 1 to 3, but also there'll be ones that Henry gets none. Same thing with AK, but I think AK gives you a more solid chance to get 2 in a game consistently, a little bit more throughout the season. Because obviously with Jameis there, you got to go through the checkdowns. It's not like he's going to be going deep to Michael Thomas, and if Michael Thomas gets hurt, that's even more AK. So I know I know AK is going to do some special things, and the reason that I give him so much love as a Bucs fan, because if he ever gets traded or if he ever leaves and comes to my team, I know what he's going to do for my Bucs team. He'd tear it up, just like Dalvin Cook and a few other free agents that I know the Bucs are going to be looking at in the next couple years before Tom leaves. Because once we get our true 3-down back, our top 10 back, top 5 back, our Jonathan Taylor, our Josh Jacobs, our Najee Harris type of back, it's going to take our game to a whole nother level compared to who we have now. And we still have a top 5 duo right now in Rojo and Fournette, just based on the O-line, I feel, this season. We're gonna play great. We're going to play some good football. Chiefs will probably have a better overall record. No one's going undefeated. The team that has the best record should probably have 3 losses or more. Probably best team in the NFL will be at 3 or 4 losses with 17 games. I would be kind of shocked if you have anyone undefeated, no shit, but 1 loss, 2 loss, I don't see it. The NFL is too competitive. Even with my Bucs returning all 22, even Chiefs' schedule's harder than the Bucs, and I go through all the schedules of every team too, and that's why I've told you I think the Niners are going to make it because the schedule's easy, and I believe in Trey Area over Jimmy G. But it's going to be fun, to see if my predictions come true. I talk shit into existence. I got a little bit of that ESP. I haven't got a Super Bowl winner wrong in like 20 years. People take my money for bets, and they ask me, I tell them, they win. And it's a lot of reading, research, and a lot of kind of bringing stats together and probabilities and reoccurrences and having kind of that gut feeling, when I feel someone's going to do something, or, you're going to predict the sports score, who's going to win or what's going to happen. With the slick Nick Foles and Tom Brady, I predicted that the Eagles would win. They would win big by 9 or 10, and they did. So I don't know what it is in the air. But I don't know if a lot of people predicted Nick Foles beating Brady because I thought they had a better O-line, better D-line, and they had the 4 horsemen at running back. And if you can control the tempo and the line of scrimmage on the offense and defense, have the better running core with Jay Ajayi in there, I was like, man, these guys play a perfect game. They can do it, and that says a lot because the Patriots were so tough, and they had the Philly, and I mean, it took a play like Philly to happen for them to win, and it changed that organization forever, and it made a lot of people happy that haven't seen Philly win anything in major sports in a long time. Dr. J and 76ers, in the early 80s, like 83. Obviously, they played against the Blazers, Bill Walton, and lost, in that 78, 79, era. But not a lot of Philly stuff. Not a lot of Philly stuff for Philly sports, So, and then obviously the Eagles run, with Donovan McNabb, 4 NFC championship games. Think about that. Anytime you think about Donovan McNabb and the Eagles 4 times, or you think about the Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl, 3-4 times in a row, and even if you didn't win, you know what I mean? But just to get there, think about how good your team, Marv Levy was, Jim, Kelly was, on, just all the Bruce Smith and Cornelius Bennett and Don Beebe and Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed. I mean, it's like crazy how I can remember name for name, and Steve Tasker, player for player. It's like a fucking, like Madden or like video games and football cards, when I was a kid. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Madden 22 cover reaction, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or the GoFundMe, or the Cash App, which you can do, which I'll actually put on, because I always get people that ask me what they want to do. And there you go. If you want to do it that way, that's a Cash App. Cash App is nice. Fans are the best. Any type of, questions, answers, just support. Like I said, obviously during the off season's a little bit different than, during the regular season, but your boy's always going to keep grinding. But you can do that either on here, or you could do it on the channel. And, like I said, if you can, great. If you can't, it's no problem. You guys are the best fans on fucking planet Earth. I like to just educate some people that are biased, to have a real opinion of the NFL from an outside point of view. And you can really see the game for really what it is, not just your team, but seeing the league as a whole. I mean, it doesn't get anything better than the NFL. It really doesn't. College football and the NFL, NBA can't touch it. MLB and NBA can't touch it. Even wrestling is at a down point right now, which hurts me because it's normally football and wrestling. That's my shit, all right? WWF, that's my shit. WCW, ECW, that's my shit. AEW now, that's my shit. All right, but now wrestling is kind of at a down point right now. Even though like Hell in the Cell is this Sunday, probably do a live stream. So if you want to watch fucking Hell in the Cell with your boy, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, hopefully it's not just a shit show. I'd rather do AEW pay-per-views. I like that program a little bit better. But hopefully wrestling in general overall gets better. So that way I can reissue my Peacock subscription because I canceled that shit. But I'm going to keep it for one more pay-per-view, and then I'll probably end up signing up again. I just don't want to pay $10 a month if I'm not even watching the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So I need to watch the pay-per-views. You know, that's the only reason I have it, is to watch the WWE pay-per-views. ECW was the shit, man. Madden 22 cover reaction. You love it? You hate it? I like it. It's Brady. It's my dude. All right. Patrick Mahomes, one GOAT to another. You know what I mean? Let's get the gameplay good, though. That's really what it's about. Get the gameplay. Something. Give me some new moves. Give me something. But I would love to be able to play Madden, you know, with the fan base. I know Nola would try to beat me with the Saints, and, you know, I'd have to layeth the smacketh down, you know. But it is what it is. One of these days we'll have to try to play. But I don't know. I'm so busy, though, with just the full-time job and then this shit and then the whole NFL shit and the grind. You know, it's like I can't even take time to enjoy myself. It's like when I get to go to the beach or I get to see family, it is a blessing. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm always have work on my brain and grinding, and it's like nothing is, you know, it's like if I'm not recording, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not reading or I'm not watching film or I'm not recording, even if I've worked a full day, you know, I feel like cheating myself, you know what I mean? I can be better, you know, someone else is working. And I think Nola has that same kind of mentality, you know, someone that's trying to be a rapper or, you know, someone that's trying to pursue a dream that not a lot of people maybe believe in. But anyone that has a dream and you fuck with me, I fuck with you, dude. I'm going to encourage the shit out of you and we're going to make it together. So, Brian, 21, Seahawks fan, the cover is trash. It could have been Brady and Belichick. I mean, if it was your choice, Brian, you would love Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll or just Dangerous because you're a Seahawks fan. You know, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But obviously, after the year that we had with COVID, having these two studs on the cover, I think people really want the gameplay to be better than, right? Who's getting the Madden curse, Orion? Well, if you're on the cover, you know, usually 9 times out of 10, something bad happens, right? Something bad happens usually, you know what I mean? Whether it be a short-term injury, long-term injury, or not playing up to expectations, you know, something bad. But I don't know if you're going to be able to get anything bad out of the most focused quarterback, arguably one of the smartest besides Peyton Manning on planet Earth, Tom Brady, and his workout regimen in the off season is better than anyone else's with the TB12 and putting on the shoulder pads and, you know, exercising in the beach and, you know, just going the extra mile, taking care of his body and, you know, through the helmets, ear to ear. I don't know if there's anyone better than Tom Brady in the league right now. Obviously, Mahomes is more athletic. He's gifted. He's the supreme poster boy of the NFL. Russell's more athletic. Aaron Rodgers is more athletic. I'm not saying that. But when the game is on the line, you know what I mean, and you need to be able to get that big first down or that big touchdown drive, right, who would you want? Mahomes and Brady at this point. I mean, those are the guys that you know that probably aren't going to fuck up, right? And they're probably going to be able to make a spectacular play. Not saying that Russell and Aaron Rodgers can't, but I think Brady and Mahomes have proven to make more big plays more often than Russell and Rodgers. And it's sad because both guys only have 1 ring, and they probably should have 2, like Drew Brees. Brees should have 2, right? Rodgers should have at least 2, as well as Russell Wilson. But it shows you how hard it is to win championships, and, you know, for Brady to, you know, have 6 with Patriots, 1 with the Bucks, and 7 for 10. I mean, Mahomes is going to be shooting for those kind of numbers too. He's got to get 2 and then 3 and 4 first. But if anyone's going to be a Kobe to a Jordan, you know, rest in peace, Kobe. Kobe, all right? It's Mahomes trying to chase Brady. And those are the 2 best. I mean, Breeze is great. Let's not, like, you know, forget anything about Breeze. But, I mean, these guys are going to win more Super Bowls than Breeze, Russell, and Aaron Rodgers. And those are the next guys in the pecking order. No one else is close besides maybe Deshaun Watson, Kyler, Justin Herbert on that next tier level. And I know Stafford will probably be pretty good as well. Yeah, Brady's clutch, you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's just that team atmosphere, and I feel it's just one of those things where if you got Brady and you got Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? Like, you just feel so confident that if you make a mistake, you can live with it because you know how disciplined that these guys are, and they're going to do anything and everything. Mahomes has got more athletic ability out of the pocket, so Brady's got to have the quick release. But Brady reads information faster, and so he's able to, since he's been in the league longer, once Mahomes plays a little bit more, he'll have the, more of the knowledge of seeing all the different coverages. And Mahomes is a very smart QB too. But from what Brady has seen in 20 years, and then the way he's able to process that, it makes it special. I never thought I'd get him. You know what I mean? Winning a Super Bowl in the COVID year, unreal. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's going to be one legacy chasing another. But I do think the Bucs do have a legitimate shot in the next 3 years to win one more. If we go for 2, great. If we get to the Super Bowl and lose, I'm okay with it. If we play the Rams in the NFC Championship game and lose, I'm okay. I'm just hoping for a good football season. When you've been shitty since 2007, I could be cocky and say the Bucs are the best. You all fucking suck. I've been Bucs fan since, before you were born and this and that. And, we're the best. Everyone else is trash. But I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be humble about it just like I was last season. And hope for the best. And I think if you have that approach, good shit happens. You know what I mean? So even when we're Super Bowl champs and we're the more, out of anyone that's supposed to win the Super Bowl this season in Vegas, it's the, Chiefs and the Buccaneers, right? But I'm not going to be cocky about it just because, I know if I just am humble about it and I just, evaluate what I see, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we get hot in December, you don't even have to be the best team in football at that point. You can be the hottest team, and then you can start gelling. And once that happens, sometimes the hottest team will beat the best team up to that point. Because when you're hot, you're gelling, and it's like you're on NBA Jam or NBA Hang Time. You're on fire. All the guys are on fire. You're just all just flowing. And we saw what happened after that Chiefs loss in the bye against Detroit. If you saw that game, we were putting up 50, 60, 70 points. So, your boy knows. Your boy knows. Madden 22 cover reaction with your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. NWSF Chain Gang in the building. Custom, baby. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, the best fans on planet Earth. You guys, the best NFL coverage on Earth here. Often imitated, never duplicated. NFL Network, Madden, sack lunch, yum, 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 and anything else they want to steal. It's fine. At least they're watching. At least they're watching, to be able to get the ideas, because there's a lot of talented people on YouTube, let me tell you. There's people on podcasts, there's people on TV, but some of the people on YouTube are better than the people on TV and podcasts. That's facts. Some great, great talent on YouTube. Brian, 21, my dude, message from a Golden Eagle, what it do? Season doesn't need to start. Watson getting framed. We don't know, Truly Greens. Not all the facts have come out. We don't know if Deshaun Watson, likes the handies and the extra rub downs, right? Or if some of the girls looks like might be trying to get the money, right? But when you have 20 people accusing you, that's not just like one. You know what I mean? Like one girl accused you. Is it she trying to get money or did you, whatnot? Is it like, one or two? But it's like 20. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not going to say he's innocent or he's guilty because we don't know. You don't want to point fingers when you don't know everything. You know what I mean? We want Watson to play football. I'll tell you that. Steven McGinnis. Going to play the new Madden, same game, new cover. Yeah, I know, right? That's what we were talking about before. More than likely, hey, Madden 19 is Madden 20. Madden 20 is Madden 21, and Madden 21 is Madden 22, right? Just a new cover, boys. But what's the gameplay going to be like? Just the rookies? What else? Any new animations? Any new pop-ups? Any side scrolling? Any new NFL video that comes in? Any NFL Network pop-ins? Is Pat McAfee on it? You know what I mean? Is Pat McAfee show on there? Does it have NFL Network? Good Morning Football? Give me something. Give me old school Madden and Summerall. Give me Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Why don't we not have just one announcer call the games with a fictitious guy on EA Sports, and then you'll get Charles Davis, or you'll get someone. But wouldn't it be dope if you had Joe Buck, Troy Aikman on the NFC games? You actually had, I know you'd have to pay these guys, to use their voices, but how much better would it be Tony Romo and Jim Nantz on the CBS instead of the same, these are the things that your boy O-Dog thinks of. Of course, that's going to cost a lot of fucking money. It's going to cost a lot of money. But imagine if you had those little adjustments with little pop-ups, NFL video, Jay Glazer, coming on, hey, there's an injury report. You know what I mean? You get a little bit extra, and then we're like, okay, you give me some presentation, give me some pop-ups, give me, you got to have new animations, new hurdles. It's got to be more than just the player names, and it's a new cover. That's facts. I've been playing Madden since PC. Madden 92, 93, Joe Montana football. Madden 95 on Genesis, PlayStation 97 Madden. I was the first one at my school to get PlayStation 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? So I'm all about that. I fuck with that. But yeah, lately in the last 5 to 10 years, there hasn't really been any big jumps in the game. Very minimal. And I think that's why people want college football to come back. And once NCAA football comes back, that was a better one anyways. Stephen McGinnis, truth. 22 counts on Watson like Madden 22. Coincidence? I think not. Message from a Golden Eagle. Not good. But I don't know if he's innocent or if he's guilty. But with that many people, there's got to be some real ones in there and probably some fake ones in there. I think that's a fair statement to say, especially with the number being at 22. But, you want the legal process to be, you don't want anyone to break the law like that, you know what I mean, and stuff. And especially, that's not a good look for the NFL. And when you were the 4th best quarterback in the NFL, probably had the best season last year, Deshaun Watson. So it goes Patrick Mahomes, right, to most people, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and then at 5, Lamar Jackson or Brady or, Kyler or Justin Herbert, there's all those guys. But normally at number 4, if you're like me and you're like an NFL fan and you're just looking at talent, that's kind of the pecking order. I like Brady, higher in my top 5, not only because he's on my team, but I have him at number 2 because even though he's old, he still was second in the league in touchdowns, 40 touchdowns, 12 picks. Second, all right, in the NFL, and he had good yardage too. So if you think about it, in the clutch, I need someone that's going to help me win in the clutch. Mahomes and Brady in the clutch are the best. Mahomes and Rodgers and Watson are all great, but I'll take those two. At this point, if I could have any quarterback, those are the guys. Josh Allen, a top 10. Oh yeah. I definitely would have him probably sitting at number 5 right now. I think Justin Herbert and Josh Allen are going to be 2 top 5 quarterbacks. So guys like Lamar Jackson and Kyler, a lot of these guys are going to be jockeying for position. Tua trying to get up there. Joe Burrow will try to be a top 10 quarterback consistently. But I think right now going in, Josh Allen has proven with Diggs that he is a top 5 quarterback. And if it's not him, I personally like Justin Herbert more because I watched him front row. I'm a big Ducks fan, so I've seen the film. I watched him. I think that he's the most talented young quarterback in this league, Justin Herbert. 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, horrible coaching. Derwin James was injured. Keenan Allen here and there, Austin Eckler. At some point, the Chargers are going to make an AFC championship game. They're going to make a deep playoff push. And you're going to see that Justin Herbert's better than Burrow, better than Tua, better than the quarterbacks in this draft class, too, in my opinion. Herbert's the best one in the last couple years. Personally, he's got a lot of potential, and he's not willing to take those risks downfield. He's got the arm. He's got the smarts. He's never going to get in trouble. But I really think out of all the QBs, you got to think Wilson's halfway through his career. Rodgers on the way out. Brady's on the way out. So it's going to be Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson if he plays, right? And then you have Kyler, but then Lamar. But then you're going to also have Herbert really doing his thing and Josh Allen. I think those are going to be the guys that have a great shot to try to win a championship, try to get to this AFC championship game, but you got to get past the Brownies and the Chiefs. Those are the better teams. Even though Baker might not be better than those other quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, or Patrick Mahomes, they got the more well-rounded team. And Stefanski's a good coach. They got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. You got Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. Offensive line got drastically better. Jedrick Wills Jr., Jack Conklin. So you're getting better. You're getting better. You got J.O.K., Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from the Notre Dame, Fighting Irish, very fast, sideline to sideline, Myles Garrett, probably my favorite defensive player that's in the league that's not named Devin White, when he's not swinging his helmet and trying to kill Mason Rudolph, I think Myles Garrett is really fun to watch, you know what I mean? There's Von Miller and Khalil Mack, and there's certain guys that kind of play the edge, Chandler Jones, and but Clowney also on the opposite side, J.J. Watt getting a little bit older, with certain people. You got T.J. Watt. There's a lot of guys that are out there, and obviously the Bosas, Nick and Joey. Those are really fun to watch. Because if you're a guy like me, like I'm a fucking Simeon Rice guy. I'm a Warren Sapp guy. I'm a John Lynch guy. I'm a Rondé Barber guy. I'm a Mike Allstott guy. So if that really defines who I am. So if I tell you those names, you know what I'm about. I'm about discipline. I'm about hard hitting. I'm about beast mode. I'm showing you something like the Marshawn Lynch of football that was white, that was Caucasian, was motherfucking Mike Allstott. You played with him in Madden. You know what I mean? He dominated. Just like a brother running back would, but sometimes even more. Mike Allstott might be the best white running back. I mean, I have John Riggins and a lot of these guys that were great, but I think Mike Allstott for being a fullback, halfback hybrid. I mean, there was no one like him from Purdue, and there never will be another one like him. And if I didn't have Mike Allstott from Purdue, no Super Bowls. I mean, that was huge. One of the most iconic running backs of all time, Mike Allstott. Go watch the highlight reel on YouTube. You will shit your pants. There is nothing more entertaining than Mike Allstott highlights besides Barry Sanders. Facts. Look it up. Mike Allstott's highlight reel might be better because he actually runs over motherfuckers. Bo Jackson's is great, but it's short. Right? Barry Sanders has an amazing highlight reel, a lot of highlights against my own Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right? We're in the creamsicle orange, just getting fucking waxed. All right? But I'm telling you, watch those highlights, you'll be entertained. DJ, my man with the energy, big energy. We'd love you to branch out to do live coverage of event streaming, EA Madden games. Keep up the great work, bro. I feel like something good is on the way for you. Appreciate that, DJ. I love you, man. Appreciate it. And all the kind words, if you smash the like button, you donate to your boy, you share it, on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, or you tell a friend, you get people to join the Fanatic family, and just, taking the time to write me and say stuff like that. I appreciate it. Your boy will always bring the fire energy. No one will bring out more energy than your boy, and it's not forced. It's just my true passion for the game, and that's why I know I can succeed on the TV level, the podcast level, anything above and beyond my legacy here on YouTube. And I want to be able to share it with y'all and get some of the fans maybe on board with some maybe StreamYard. Maybe we can stream together on my platform here. Me and a fan with all of y'all. Dope. Right, going to have some new members of the NWSF join me this season, part-time. We got some special guests. It's going to be fun. You're going to see fans of probably a lot of different teams, come in and hang out with your boys. So maybe if it's like Bucks and the Dallas Cowboys, my sister's cousin, who's a Cowboy fan from early 80s, 90s, like old school, right? So it'll be interesting to watch, Dak and watch Brady. And, anytime I can watch a game with another colleague that plays fantasy football or that loves the NFL, it makes it fun. You know what I mean? You can vibe and have a good day, Madden 22 cover reaction with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Subscribe to the channel. Donate to your boy. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. That's what it's about, man. NWSF, custom chain gang. No one else has a chain. Your boy does. NWSF chain gang in the building. I can't wait for Friday. It's been a super long week. I've been really trying to show you guys, my dedication and my passion that I told you once I ended up getting, the room, for the studio. I'm going to try to record almost every day, regardless if I feel good or I don't, or if I get donations or I don't, or if people are in the building or they're not. I'm going to always bring the fire. And like I said, when I'm not recording, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I just can't relax. I'm always reading, writing, watching the film. And if I can hang out with y'all and we can just talk sports and you guys can ask questions and, we can vibe. I mean, that's what it's about. I've already worked 8, 9 hour, 10 hour long day. So anytime we can talk NFL, I mean, it's very therapeutic, and you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. That's facts. Anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. But the cover, pretty cool. I mean, if you could choose between the top cover or the bottom cover, the top cover is what it is. The bottom cover is a fan cover that was made, right? So it's like, looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Bang! My boy, Cyberpunk 53 to the rescue, $20. My boy, thank you, man. Let's go Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom. And like I said, donations are a little tighter, when it's in the off season. So anyone that does anything, $1, $20, $50, $100, thank you so much. Because like I said, when it's not, me calling the games because they're just not on for college football or NFL, trust me, if they were on all year round, I would record all year round doing the games. Like I said, I love it. I love talking NFL. I love calling the games, doing the reaction videos. That's the funnest time of the year. After, NFL draft is over, over. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. But thank you so much. Cyberpunk 53, $20. Let's go Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking for a rematch. Chiefs and Bucks in the Super Bowl again. That's what I want. I want the Bills or the Browns against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. But if I could really have my dream, I'd probably have the Chargers against the Chiefs. Rivalry, Justin Herbert, my boy in my backyard. That would be a dream come true scenario. But it would probably be Bills and Browns would have the leg up, right? Unless something happens to Mahomes or the Chiefs. And then Brady versus Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford in the Rams. That would be the one that I would want to play in the NFC Championship game. But I know like the Niners are going to make the playoffs. Dallas could. We'll see what Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. It's going to be interesting to see the pecking order because almost everyone from the NFC West is getting in besides Seattle more than likely. And there'll be some surprises too. But San Francisco and then the Giants are probably the ones that I see trending upwards. Could see the playoffs for them. And then on the AFC side, it's Dolphins and Chargers as those bubble teams. Everyone knows Chiefs, Browns, Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Chargers, Ravens, Browns, Colts, Titans. 12th man in the house. Go Hawks. Marcos Pineda, my boy. What to do, man? What to do? Took me three live stream times to be able to get this fucker to work. It's crazy. I'm hardwired, 200 up, 200 down, and for whatever reason, sometimes I have to go on the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I got good internet connection, but it's like my programs that I'm running. Brutal, you know what I mean? But I'll never quit. I'll keep grinding it out, man. Cyberpunk, my boy, man. $21 so far by the best fans on planet Earth. Marcos Pineda even showed me a $5 through the Facebook app a couple days ago for just being me. That's love, you know what I mean? Appreciate that, and obviously he's one of my oldest friends. He knew me before the channel. I was, predicting ESP crazy, NFL talk to him and made him a believer even before a lot of people were, told him before that Russell Wilson was going to get drafted by the Seahawks. It happened. I told him that they would go to 1 or 2 Super Bowls and win one and lose one. It happened. And this was all before it happened. You know what I mean? I literally called that almost to the T. You can ask Marcos in the chat, but that was one of the many things, when you can call something, Nick Foles and the Eagles, winning big against the Patriots by 9 or 10 is what I said, and that's what happened. I don't know how. I just got that ESP. I'm not going to get the score right every time because that's really tough to know, the exact score. Then I'm like a time traveler. You know what I mean? But I can usually get it pretty damn close, and I'm probably going to get the winner. The points might be a little difficult from time to time, but NFC North with no Rodgers. Stephen McGinnis, great question. And me not being biased and researching the league. All right, Minnesota Vikings, right? They would have to be the most natural piece up because they got the guy that I love the most besides Justin Herbert. It's a guy named Justin Jefferson. The future of the league, just like A.J. Brown. If you're looking for the 2 up-and-coming superstar wide receivers in the league, A.J. Brown, right, and Justin Jefferson. All right, Justin Herbert is my quarterback. Justin Jefferson is my wide receiver. All right. Same thing goes for A.J. Brown. Devin White on the defense. And I like J.C. Horn, right, a lot from the Panthers. So if I could choose my 5 dudes. But I think with the Vikings, defense is a little shaky. It was bad last year, right? Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins is unpredictable. Offensive line is kind of shaky. Kirk can start to win some games, but it's more not necessarily Kirk. It's going to be the coaching, the O-line, and the defense. The weapons are, he's going to be able to get over 1,400 yards, with Justin Jefferson, probably over 9 touchdowns. Same thing with Thielen, over 1,000 yards, over 9 touchdowns. Cook, going to be a top, probably 6 running back this season, with potential of being number 1. He's in the running. Dalvin Cook is a stud if he can stay healthy. But I don't know if they're going to be good enough, right? And then Packers slide down to 4th with Jordan Love. You still got, Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. Actually, probably 3rd. Because with Jordan Love or, Bortles or whoever they have, they'll be better than Detroit. Detroit has Jared Goff, so they can't do shit. So they'll be 4th. So Packers go down to 3rd. And then the Bears would be sitting in the number 2 position. But once Justin Fields gets in there after week 1, even though he should start week 1, but it's against the Rams, against Aaron Donald, so you don't want him to lose his life, right, to the Ramily week 1. So you start him week 2. And then let him go. And I think that the Bears have potential of being the best team in the NFC North. I don't like a lot of pieces on the Bears. I love Allen Robinson. Tariq Cohen is decent. for a third down option back. He's pretty good when he's not getting banged up, which he does get banged up. David Montgomery is kind of a change of pace back. I don't know if I like him as the starting back. I would like him as my RB2. Tariq Cohen, RB2, and then, maybe on third down for like a passing play. But I would want someone more like a Josh Jacobs, a Jonathan Taylor, a Najee Harris, more of a three-down Marshawn Lynch beast back. And then once you get that, build the O-line up, build the defense up. I don't really like Nagy that much. And then obviously with Vic Fangio, once he left to Denver, that's when the Bears were good. When they had Vic Fangio being one of the best D coordinators in the business with Todd Bowles. He went to Denver, and then after that, they really weren't the same. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of my personal opinion, but I do see the Bears with opportunity where they could, maybe be number one, but they would have to compete with Minnesota. Minnesota probably gets the edge because of Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson and Thielen. But there's a little wiggle room there. And it just depends if Nagy's the guy or not and how long it takes to swap from Andy Dalton to Justin Fields. Because right now, you're going to lose the games no matter what. So if you're going to lose the games no matter what, no matter who your quarterback is, put in Justin Fields so that way that's the future. You picked him from Ohio State. All the Bears fans loved it. A lot of us, experts and pundits, we liked it too. It's a good fit. You know what I mean? But the defense needs to be better. Khalil Mack ain't getting any younger. You need to get a better D coordinator, better O-line, and you need to get better weapons at wide receiver and running back. That's just the fact. So until that happens, you can't really say the Bears are the better team than the Vikings, but they would be battling it out for the NFC North crown if Rodgers went to the Raiders, right? Broncos, Denver, right? Or Miami with Tua. Because I'm not sure if I'm a real believer in Tua. I think Justin Herbert and Burrow are much better. And if Tua doesn't get it done with this playoff team roster that's surrounding him, they may try to move on. And I wouldn't really blame them. You want to get your quarterback. Like, imagine if they would have picked Justin Herbert, which they should have, where Miami would be. If Justin Herbert was on Miami, they would have made the playoffs last year, and they would make it this year, and they would be the Chiefs' biggest threat. That wasn't the Browns or the Bills. Like, if you put Justin Herbert on Miami, they're probably the second best team in the AFC, even more than the Browns and Bills. Just based off who they have at wide receiver, running back, O-line, coaching staff, defense, draft picks, and they've been drafting really, really well. They're like a quarterback away from being like, winning a playoff game and maybe getting to an AFC championship game every couple years. Like, they got that kind of talent, in my opinion, right now. And they still got more draft picks coming next year and moving forward. They just need that guy. And same thing goes for the Broncos. If they got Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers, they go from a team that's, average to mediocre to bad to a AFC championship game caliber team, even if you trade Bradley Chubb away with part of the deal. You know what I mean? It's just, that's facts. Rodgers is getting older, but he's the MVP. If you have him, you have a chance to get to the big game. You might not be able to beat Brady or Mahomes if they're in it too, but if they're not in it, then you got a definite good shot to do something. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Your boy's always grinding. Madden 22 cover reaction with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. $21. Gerald Black and Gold Light Toes, as well as my boy Cyberpunk 53, $20. Let's go Chiefs, baby. Chiefs Kingdom. I love it, man. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth, and I think people don't realize, all the hard work behind the scenes and the reading and the film. And, if you guys were there, you guys would be able to see it. I want to share it with you guys. Bang! DJ, $5. My boy, your knowledge and energy is incredible. Truly belong on ESPN. I'm going to drop a word. Appreciate that, DJ. You know what I mean? I've tried out for 1080 The Fan, which is one of the bigger sports radio stations. They tried out like 500 people in Oregon years ago, and I got into the final 10. But it's like they were looking for more of like the drunk guy, the third wheel, to like Rop and Sook, or to be be a host on a radio here in Portland where no one's really listening to sports radio across the country that much anymore. It's more podcasts. You got better stuff out there like Pat McAfee Show, which is great. Sirius Radio, Mad Dog Sports, right? Channel 82, or on YouTube, which I watch from 9 a.m. to noon. Good Morning Football. But yeah, I definitely feel that, there's a lot of great talent that's on YouTube. I feel that I'm definitely one of the more talented people that's not signed yet, but there's others that are out there doing sports and other things that could definitely be on TV, podcasts, radio, on networks, and be a part of, Bleacher or Barstool. I definitely think at some point, if I keep working hard, I mean, I know they're watching the videos because you got social media teams from EA Sports, Good Morning Football, ESPN, NFL Network. They always have social media teams that browse the net on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for talent. What's new? What's popping off? What's fire? What's the drip? What's the swag? They have to go not only to the ESPNs and stuff, but they got to go dig and do some research to who the people are connecting with. Maybe that aren't on national TV just yet. Or on some type of radio. So just kind of create the legacy. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to bring the energy. I'm going to bring the fire. You're not going to get the same type of fire, energy, and knowledge I feel anywhere else. And I got the energy. If I need to push it, do 1, 2, 3 games in a Sunday. I've done it before. I don't know if anyone else has that kind of dedication to do 9, 10 hours straight in the chair. That's facts. Yeah, man, Barstool. I just feel like I don't think that anything is too big, and I think that I wouldn't necessarily even have to start off with like my own show, but just to be like a guest on Pat McAfee show or like Good Morning Football or NFL Network or just to be able to vibe with other football people. I think that people would definitely see a little bit of what's out there. There's a lot of talent out here. ESPN is like the NBA unwatchable. It is. I haven't watched SportsCenter in like 10 years. NBA is so hard to watch. I'd rather watch baseball. I'd rather watch wrestling. And I used to love NBA #1 when I was a kid. That's what makes it worse, like hurts the most. NBA was #1 for me growing up. I wanted to be in the NBA. But then I knew at some point I'm not going to be tall enough. I'm not going to be good enough. But I knew I was going to be involved in sports with my voice. That was my legacy. I knew that at probably like 16, 17 years old. I knew that, my voice would be able to do that. Man, I could. You know what? To be honest, if they actually brought in people that had the fire and the energy, I think I could make ESPN good, and that would be a challenge. I mean, you really would have to have some really good, vibey people that have the energy, that are real, that have the knowledge that people would fuck with, and that would be one of the hardest things to do, is make ESPN great again, because I don't know if it ever will be. It's like wrestling. Wrestling will never be what it was. NWO, DX, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant. You can go for Legion of Doom, Demolition, RVD, Sabu. I mean, Lex Luger, Sting, Just Incredible, Masato Tanaka. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I mean, the wrestling game, it will never, Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, it's never going to be duplicated. Attitude Era, WCW Nitro versus Raw, Raw's War. Crazy. NWO and DX War. I mean, it's just, there was never a higher point than that, So things are tough. NBA sucks. Fucking wrestling sucks, except for AEW right now. Baseball is almost unwatchable. I mean, until we get to the playoffs, when it gets a little bit better. I'd rather do NFL and college football, and I'm going to have a lot of time to do it. I just got to hope that the internet holds up. Hope that the connection, I got to keep fucking with it like consistently. It's like people think that, I'm just doing one thing. I'm looking at like 8 screens, right? I got this big iMac. So it's like I got the Stream Health screen, the YouTube Studio screen, I got the chat screen, all these other things going on. So I got to monitor, so many things and make sure shit don't blow up. And even though I got the 200 up, 200 down, but man, just so many things running. It's crazy. I hope everyone is having a great Thursday. Got fucking really tired. Did the little from my bed, from my couch loungy live stream yesterday. People liked it, got to show a little bit of me just chilling and relaxing and watching kind of the game as I would if I was in my bedroom or in the living room. Like I said, at some point I want to be able to link up with the fans either through StreamYard so we could stream together with the fans or maybe even link up like in real life. Wouldn't that be something? Be able to watch sports with you guys. We're going to have a great NFL season going in. Obviously, in the 2021 season, lots of cool rookies to watch. Lots of people change to new teams. It's going to be really fun. I mean, not just the Bucks and Brady and Mahomes and the Chiefs. I mean, I'm really excited about Justin Herbert taking the next step. I'm really excited for A.J. Brown and Justin Jefferson. Those are my 2 favorite wide receivers in the league right now, young and up and coming. Herbert's my favorite quarterback. Devin White, best defensive player, even though he's on my Bucks. That's facts, okay? As far as the linebacker position, it's him and Darius Leonard. They are the top dogs, and I would take Devin White. I mean, Darius Leonard is great. Devin White's done it on a bigger stage, and I think that he's going to prove again that he deserves to be number 2, number 1, and he is the real deal Holyfield, the Ray Lewis of this generation. I think he's going to really be very dominant. Brian Urlacher of this domination in this generation. Kuechly, like that kind of status. I think it's going to be big, And then I like J.C. Horn. Got a lot of swag. I really hope that he ends up being the next like Stephon Gilmore, Jalen Ramsey type of corner. I hope J.C. Horn is that Jalen Ramsey. I love when I can get a corner that's got a little spice, a little shit talking in him. You know what I mean? And it's going to be nice to be able to see how the Panthers progress, not only just against the Bucs, but the rest of the NFC South. And that's big facts. Madden 22 cover reaction. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, the GoFundMe. You can do the Cash App, or you can be like DJ, $5. Cyberpunk, 53, $20. Or my boy Gerald Black and Gold Light Toes, $1. Love you guys, man. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. But yeah, NFL season, this is going to be year 5 on YouTube for me, year 9 of the dream, over 1,100 videos and live streams, 3.4 million views, not satisfied, and trying to get over that 20,000 subscriber hump. And like I said, once the NFL season ends, some people take their sub away, totally okay. If I can get them to come back. But we want to get well over 20,000 in this football season, hopefully somewhere between 21 and 25K is for what I'm hoping. I'm going to try to improve the thumbnails more, the backgrounds. I'm just going to try to do anything and everything that I can, show my love for the game, and as well as my love for the fans. The Fanatic family are the best fans on planet Earth, and you're going to be able to learn something new. And like I said, it's fun to be able to vibe with other NFL fans across the world and across the globe. And that's big facts. If anyone's got any questions on the NFL, on your favorite team, anything that you've read in the news, don't hesitate, because this is the best time to ask me questions. If you have some type of hot take, because sometimes when I'm calling games during the season, I get to as many people in the chat as I can, but again, I'm calling the game. So if I'm doing the play-by-play and reactions and I'm talking in the chat, I'm really hustling and grinding, to be able to try to get to everyone. I don't like to leave anybody out. That's big facts. DJ in the building, Marcos Pineda in the building, Stephen McGinnis in the building. Bears made the playoffs twice with Trubisky. Nagy is a little underrated. Right, but you didn't really feel comfortable that they were ever going to win. And if you know anything about Bears football, Stephen, are you a Bears fan? Like, they haven't been the same since Vic Fangio left. True or not true? And only a true NFL head would know that, or a Bears fan would know that. That was the year. You got good, personnel on defense. But sometimes it's about the coaching staff that you have that makes the team, not just Khalil Mack, right? Vic Fangio is more valuable than Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, you would think easily Khalil Mack, but it's not. Because look what they've done after Vic Fangio left. He hasn't had success at head coach at Denver, but I'll tell you what, he's a damn good DC, just like Todd Bowles. He couldn't succeed at head coach, but he might get a job and fail and come back, but sometimes guys are good OCs like Josh McDaniels. Head coach Denver, didn't work out, fired. OC with Belichick. That's what you're good at. That's your passion, calling plays. Josh McDaniels, one of the best OCs of all time. Bieniemy's great too, right? But then DCs like Bowles, Monty Kiffin, Jim Johnson, rest in peace for the Eagles. There's been, certain guys, Steelers. There's certain personnel guys, Dick LeBeau, and certain D coordinators over the years are special. Like, you don't get D coordinators that could be head coaches or be better than a lot of head coaches out there often. So that's my personal opinion. But the Bears haven't been, good since. Montgomery and Tariq Cohen are not, they can get over 1,000 yards and, you can get 5 to 10 touchdowns, but they don't intimidate anyone. You need that Najee Harris, that Jonathan Taylor, that Josh Jacobs back. Then with Justin Fields, people are like, yeah. And with Allen Robinson there, get another wide receiver on the other side on that Allen Robinson tip level, improve the tight end, get more defense, then. And it's still, even with the roster they have now, if Rodgers goes to the Broncos and leaves, the Bears could win the division with Justin Fields. I truly believe that, even over Minnesota, because Minnesota doesn't have an elite defense. It's not like Danielle Hunter, Everson Griffin are in their prime, and Xavier Woods is in his prime, and they got Patrick Peterson. You got him added on now. So, but we don't really know what we're getting there. Harrison Smith's a little bit older. Still good safety, but he's not like a top 3 safety like he was for many, many years, or top 5. I think he's dropped off a little in NFL circles. Still a great player. I would take him on my team on the Bucs. But I think there's other safeties that get a little bit more pub. Honey Badger, Jamal Adams, rightfully so. So, Madden 22 cover reaction. NWSF chain gang in the building. My Devin White sewn jersey on. Feeling good. Your boy's always grinding, always hustling. Already worked an 8, 9, 10-hour day today. Fuck it. All right. Nothing that some, relaxation can take care of. Hanging out with the boys, the Fanatic family. And like I said, I'm just itching to get closer to do NFL games. Yeah, I think you tried to send me some links, and there's been other people that have been trying to send me links. But yeah, I can do that. I can do a reaction video to greatest hits. There was one that I was going to do that was a reaction video to the best fights in rugby. And they were just beating the shit out of each other, like right in the face. But yeah, if you want to send me a link, if you can't send me the link on here, you can always send it to my email, or hit me up on Twitter, OrionNWSF on Twitter if you have Twitter, DJ. Or you can just hit my email if you look at the videos or in the comment section, or if you go look in the video section and you browse down in the description of the video, you can go to like my first name, my last name, 24 at Gmail, and then you can shoot me the link there. And then but if you want to do Australian Football League, rugby, send me some links, and if I can get some links, I got time. Sometimes I'm just tired, and I'm doing the NFL coverage on this channel first, but I'm not opposed to do some reaction videos to some hits or some fights. You know what I mean? We were at a little down point, but like I said, if I didn't have a full-time job, I would do soccer, football, Ronaldo, Messi. I would get back into that game. I would do wrestling highlights, but they're too strict. I would do WWE reactions, AEW reactions, old school wrestling reactions. I would do MLB, but it's like sometimes with the copyright, it just depends on who is putting out the footage and if they're going to strike it. Give you a copyright strike or block the video in the U.S. or, it all depends. There's a lot of factors that go on, and there's certain reasons why you can't do wrestling and you can't really do baseball. There's certain sports, basketball, there's certain rules for like reaction videos to basketball videos with the NBA. NFL has some things that have to be done, college football. So, but yeah, if you want to email me and send me some links, I'd love to do that, man. Like I said, I can do soccer, I can do rugby, I can do football, NHL, big hits or goals, pretty much anything sport or wrestling related, I probably fuck with, at some point. Maybe I don't watch it fully, but even NASCAR, fuck. I've gotten into a NASCAR mode, Richard Petty and fucking Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator. I got a lot of memorabilia. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Your boy got the knowledge, all right? It's not just football, and wrestling. I can go deep, in pretty much every sport. I'm just a psychopath, you know what I mean? I love that shit. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's competitive and you're going to win for something and it's a dream, I'm probably interested to see what it is. But yeah, send me some links, man. And if you can't do it in the comment section, send me an email. I'll get it there. And just copy and paste the YouTube link on the email. And then I can open it up, and then I can hopefully copy the link, and I can try to do some of those. But I'm going to try to do NFL live streams almost every day, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. So at any point that it's 7 to 8 p.m., Monday through Friday, Pacific time, look for me to be on. If I'm not on and you don't get the notification, check. And then sometimes I'll be on earlier, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time, if I have the energy after being, on my feet from 6, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning until, 4 or 5 o'clock. So usually I try to give my mind a little bit of a rest and watch a little bit of NFL Network or read or Twitter or whatnot. But sometimes I like to hop on and just hang out with you guys. You know what I mean? And we can talk about whatever. Madden 22 cover reaction, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or the GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. And one thing, DJ, that a lot of people don't know, I don't have notes. You know what I mean? Everything is off the top. You know what I mean? So to have the energy and to go over, it's not like I'm looking down at a script every time I, do my little catchphrases and I'm doing everything. Like everything on the reaction videos typically is one take. Live streams, it's usually one take unless the internet connection just blows the fuck up and it's retarded. I've been having to fuck with it. Like today I had to do 3. Live stream, connection fucked up, ended it. Another one, I was like, fuck, right? Changed it to the Wi-Fi instead of being hardwired, and now it worked. Thank God. Otherwise, I was going to do it from my phone. So no matter what, I'll go through, ups and downs and shit that I have to fight. But if I'm wanting to record, I'm going to fucking record. I'm gonna put in the effort and do whatever I can to be able to make it happen to record. So that's big facts.
DJ, you're a legend, my guy. I can't wait. Rugby, soccer, fights. I mean, like I said, if wrestling and other sports were a little bit more lenient with copyright shit, with like me doing reaction videos, I would do it for everything. But, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Like AEW gave me a copyright strike when I did like the best tag team match of all time. It was a 6-star match at an AEW pay-per-view where it was the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. And it was literally one of the best tag matches of all time. Did a reaction video to it like a year or two ago. And then AEW like decided to copyright strike me like a year later. And the video had over like 10,000 views, or I don't know what it was at, 10 or 15,000. And I had to take it down, and they gave me a strike. It went away after like 3 months. But if you get 3, they can turn your channel off completely. It can like disappear. So you have to be like really careful in the material that you do, especially if you're doing something other than original content with you on the screen. Like if you're using, songs, or if you're using like, NFL footage. I mean, you got to either be connected or you have to know some of the secrets to how to navigate, and if they know you or not. Some YouTubers, probably get their videos blocked. And obviously I think the NFL, they know who the NFL YouTubers are. I think that's how kind of people are on YouTube. I mean, who to go to, for like YouTube NFL coverage. There's about 3 or 4 of us on the bigger end, that I think that are kind of well known. There's about 3 or 4. But like I said, you're going to get something a little bit different here with the energy and obviously with the knowledge. And being able to call the games, that's like my favorite part, man. Watching the film, hanging out with y'all, the best fans on planet Earth, the Fanatic family. I am probably going to end the stream here pretty soon. If you guys have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to talk about, you want to talk about Brady and Mahomes in the cover, you want to talk about your team, anything, this is a good time to do it because, like I said, when it's the football season starts, I usually like to engage every single fan throughout every chat, and you don't get that with a lot of live streams where you actually get that, you get your name called out, you get the recognition, we can vibe. A lot of channels out there don't do it for everyone, and once the NFL season starts, when the games start going, there's going to be some games where we'll probably be at like 5,000 to, maybe 12,000 viewers. Hopefully higher this season. It's all about you guys and all about YouTube if they're willing to promote and put me as a suggested video to watch, which they did very, very highly in the first couple years. Haven't done it as much because I think I should be at definitely a higher sub count, but it's all right. The YouTube is the hardest to gain ground on any social media platform to get subs and keep them. So, I just got to work even harder. And like I said, hopefully I can end up getting to that point where I know I'll get past 20, 25, 30, get the next goal 50, and then after that, obviously the goal is 100K subs. So I don't care how long I have to wait. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm never quitting until I die. So, this is year 5, year 9 overall, year 5 on YouTube. And like I said, it's going to be exciting going forward. We're getting closer and closer to the NFL season. Stephen McGinnis, Marcos Pineda, DJ, everyone in the building. At this point, it's been real. Hour and 40 minutes. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be back probably tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. I'll try to keep streaming if any other news breaks, like Aaron Rodgers, Saga, or Deshaun Watson. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. NWSF Chain Gang in the building. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a great fucking Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll be back very soon. Fanatic family, love you guys. Peace. Gang. Gang, gang, gang.